Hello friends, it's Wednesday. Why? I try to do these in the morning, but the day got away from me, and which seems to be like almost every day, but I had a grand day helping people get their health and happiness back. So I had beautiful hair this morning and it rained, and so this is what you got. But I wanted to talk today about mosquitoes. So when I moved here to Louisiana, everybody's like, oh, the bugs are so bad. You know, you just won't be able to deal with that. And so in my mind, what that meant was there's going to be bugs about this size, like flying through the air and that you could like barely see and stuff like that. No, that was not the case. Just not that many bugs here that I found to be an issue. But what I did find to be an issue was the mosquitoes. So I come from Arizona, and the mosquitoes in Arizona, let's give you an example from last summer. So I literally sat out on the deck, left the door open, sat on the deck, had the light on at night, and just was aware of a little mosquito, you know, kind of flying around. And oh, how nice. Hello, how are you doing? Never bit me, just, you know, was flying through the air. Not a big deal. When you go up to Colorado, a lot of times what you find, and I've got my Wyoming shirt on today, so also in Wyoming, is the mosquitoes make noise. So they kind of like alert you that, hey, I'm a mosquito and I might bite you. So you might want to do something about it and to put on some kind of protection or get out of the area, or, you know, be near a fire, because that kind of deters them and stuff like that. Not here. So the mosquitoes in Louisiana, they are silent. They never let you know that they're ever here. And they bite the dickens out of you. And you literally, you don't know they've bit. You don't know that they're around. Yes, there's been times where I have sat outside and got bit and had a hard time sitting down the next day because they hurt. So anyway, it is different. So I had to naturally come up with some way to protect myself from the mosquitoes. So I found this product, which is Neem Tree Farms. And it's a lotion, has a little bit of essential oil on it. So some people may be sensitive to that, but I have found it to be very helpful in being able to put that on when you go outside in the evenings to walk the dog, or maybe not to sit out and read a book, because that's not, they'll still maybe attack you then, but just to be out and to do, you know, things that you need to do outside when they're out. If you do get bit, they have a phenomenal product, which is called this anti-itch stick. And so if you do get a bite, you can put this on it and it will stop the itching, which really is helpful for if you have to sleep and you've been bit by something, to be able to get a good night's sleep. So I wanted to share that with you because it's the start of season. In fact, anyway, so it's time. So I wanted to share that with you because I found those to be very helpful and very profound. So the other thing that you can do is you can lower your body's vulnerability to getting bit by mosquitoes and stings and bites and things like that. So what am I meaning here? So first of all, it might be a generational issue. In other words, you've heard of people say, oh, well, my husband always gets stung, but I don't. So what is that? You know, why do I have a vulnerability, or they have a vulnerability and you don't? So that's one thing. Another one is, believe it or not, the law of attraction. You can actually mosquitoes can actually be attracted to you more than your partner or friends and stuff like that. I almost also wonder if there's almost like a chemical, something that gets put out to say, you know, I'm available to be eaten or to be bit. And so that would be another thing to work on. And the last one is working on how your body reacts to the bite. You know, does it swell up? Do you get really itchy? You know, that kind of stuff, your actual reaction to a bite or a sting. So we have a quantum techniques bite protocol that helps you solve those issues I just talked about: generational, law of attraction, and changing your body's response. And so it's a series of acupressure points that you would touch on your body. And it's a series of points that you would also touch on your body to reconnect it so that it doesn't stay in that generational space or that law of attraction, and helps to clear that. So type below bite or stop bites. So type that in the section below, stop bites, and I can send you that protocol. So this is a great time to kind of get started for the season before you actually start getting bit, and to change the law of attraction and that generational component, or why you always get bit. It will really help. So I wanted to give that to you. So this is Jody Colgrove, and I'm a health and healing coach, and I help people find out why they're having a health issue and what they can do about it. And I use energy medicine, muscle testing, and a modality called quantum techniques to help with that. So I hope this really helps you. Obviously, there's a lot of other things that can be impacted by bites, whether it's mosquitoes, spiders, ants. I've learned a lot from being here, how to help with bites and help it impact, or how it impacts you and how you can clear it. And it's amazing the stuff that I've learned. And so I've been, you can always turn everything into a learning experience. And so definitely being bit by several things here, it's helped me know how I can help others with bites and stings to have it not impact them as much as it has in the past. And it can even lead to, sleep issues. It can lead to digestive issues. It can lead to not eliminating. We have something called a poop switch, and sometimes bites will knock that off. And so that's why it's important to, whatever you've gotten bitten by or had an issue with, to clear it and to do everything you can to not be so susceptible to those bites. So whether it's different products I find to be helpful, that's great. So I'm glad you listened today, and I hope you have a blessed rest of the day and an evening, and stop getting bit by mosquitoes, bugs, spiders, all those kind of things, and have a blessed rest of the week. All right, blessings, guys.